Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Vulcan Report. We had a very wild ride in the markets yesterday, especially in the precious metals. Right now, you're looking at a chart of the corn futures. Basically, what you see here before you is that we had a nice run up yesterday. Now we're having an inside day this morning, trading inside of yesterday's high and low. And virtually we're still under some pressure, even though we're getting close to bouncing off the support here, this long-term trendline support. As you can see, we got down. We're trying to build a base to make another run at the bottom of the Kumo cloud so that the market can start trending again. But as you have it right now, we're virtually sideways to slightly lower bearish prices that we're looking at here in the grains. But we do believe that it's going to start to pick up and the markets will get some legs and start trending again. Alright, let's take a look at in another one here. Let's take a look at gold. Alright, as you can see, gold had a nice run up yesterday, and we're having a continuation. We had a gap up today. Right now we hit a high of 1594.9, so we're getting close to that 1600 mark in the gold. This here was the buy signal that if you're like me, you missed. This was on July the 11th, and it's just been up ever since then, just not taking a break, just gapping up here, which means that the pullback correction is going to be somewhere along this this green support line here. Then you have a second layer of support at the red line here. Okay, so initial pullback for gold right now stands at initial support at 1556.89, second support at 1537.2. Okay, right now we are entering into overbought territory. The pulse scan is overbought. We have a pulse scan reading of 40, and you know the swing VIX being above 39 is where usually the market tops out. So we're going to have to give it 3 to 5 days to see if the market catches up with the indicator. The pulse scan swing VIX does lead the market 3 to 5 days out. Case in point, last swing VIX reading was on June the 1st at 1551.6, and we pulled all the way back to 1478.30, almost $100, but not quite. Alright, let's take a look at our intraday forecast, which we probably blew past all those numbers. Intraday resistance is at 1595.6, so we just almost touched it at 1594.9. We have intraday support at 1578.63, and we came within like a buck of hitting that intraday support as well. So we're trading inside of the projected support and resistance areas for gold right now. I anticipate that the 1595.6 will be violated, and and probably not today, but tomorrow, that 1578.6 support level will probably be violated as well. So we'll have to look. We're probably going to get a design like this: initial pullback, retest, take out the prior high, and then start the pullback cycle, and then another run up again, and then a larger pullback cycle. That seems to be the pattern with gold. So we'll have to wait and see if that pattern still plays itself out and reemerges. But as of right now, the pattern is bullish. With silver, it's quite the other way around. Silver is not trending, even though we had a huge spike and gap up run. Even in the overnight right now, silver hit a high of 39.39 and a half. All right, so you figure we have emerged, okay, from 35.63 all the way up now to 39.28. So we've had a $4 run to the upside in silver after this base right here. Now we need to see if this support down here is going to hold. Okay, this purple line right here. Okay, we need to see if that support is going to hold. It has to hold. 33.57 has to hold in the silver in order to give this market enough strength to start trending and become bullish again and get above the Kumo cloud. Right now we've now entered the Kumo cloud of death. All right, the consolidation phase of this market. As you know, you do not trust price movement inside of a Kumo cloud because you're consolidating, you're sideways. Typically prices will bounce above the resistance and bounce above the support. Okay, it can even break out the resistance or support only to fall back down in the cloud again and totally reverse and go the opposite way. So you really need to see a series of closes outside of a cloud in order to get a real direction and a feel for it. Right now we have a question mark as far as trend. Technically speaking, we're above the long-term trend line support, which is bullish, but we're below where we need to be in the Kumo cloud, which is sideways to bearish. So that means that price action remains sideways to bearish within the next 3 to 5 days. Okay, we have a pulse scan reading of 33.82. So we are hitting resistance now. We are in the resistance zone where the market will start to build some resistance that it will need to pull back, fill this gap, and then break out above. Okay, so I'm looking forward to fill the gap here. But the market still remains bullish. But again, we are in the Kumo cloud. So we need to see if it's going to close above 41.06 or close below 37.95. All right, that is the situation. Okay, so we do have a warning of a possible bearish retracement before it's all said and done. We are in a bearish Kumo cloud, and the resistance that we need to close above is 41.06. Support that needs to close below is 37.95, which is a nice $3, pretty much $3-4 range that we could consolidate within and still not go anywhere. All right, so just keep that in the back of your mind there. Okay. Looking at intraday support resistance, we have intraday support at 37.94 and intraday resistance at 39.46. Okay, we're trading inside of the projected support and resistance zones for the silver right now. As far as weekly support is at 34.81, and we're above the weekly resistance of 36.95. So we had a nice breakout there. I will post these numbers on the blog at pulsescan.blogspot.com, so you'll be able to view it. All right. Okay, moving along. Let's take a look at the U.S. dollar index. U.S. dollar index still remains under pressure here. Right now, you can see we gapped down from yesterday's close. We gapped down, ran up a little bit trying to fill the gap, and now we've lost steam again. I see this market dropping below this Kumo cloud and getting back down here to test the support. If we break below 72, that's all she wrote. We'll be hitting all-time lows, and it should accelerate from that point. So the U.S. dollar index is in trouble. It's under much pressure, and we expect for it to continue to do so. Okay, we have a falling window, which indicates that the market is bearish and getting ready to start trending bearishly again to the downside. We have a pulse scan reading of 8, so we still have a lot more downside to go before we get to negative 29 and negative 40. All right, taking a look at intraday projections, we have intraday support at 74.96. So far, we hit 74.99. So we tested that. We have intraday resistance at 75.51. So far, we hit 75.49. So we're trading within the projected support and resistance zones. So we'll keep our eye on this one and look to short any rallies again. So we'll look for a good place to get short again in this market. All right. Okay. Now, once you take a look at the euro, you see we had an up day yesterday, and we had a gap run up in the overnight market, only to pull back now, and we're starting to erase those gains. And once again, we're looking to get short the euro. We're looking to sell any rallies here in the euro, as it is also in the same position. As you can see, it's long-term trend line we're above, so that's trend line support at this purple line here, but we're below the Kumo cloud. Okay, so that's sideways to bearish downward prices within the next 3 to 5 days. We're also still within a negative swing VIX, hence the red bars here. Okay, that's a negative swing VIX, and when we're in negative swing VIXs, we see downward pressure. When we're in positive swing VIXs, we have blue bars, and that's upward momentum. Momentum is still down. All right, so we'll look and see if this thing has legs, if we can climb the wall of worry in the euro, but right now I doubt it. We do have a spinning top here, which means that the bulls may be in trouble. So any rallies will probably be met with selling pressure in the euro, so I'll be looking to sell that too. Very uncanny situation. Shorting the dollar, shorting the euro, and shorting the stock indexes as well. We have a negative 20 reading, so we still have a lot more downside to go before we hit any overbought, oversold areas. All right, let's take a look at one more. Okay, let me give you the intraday price projections here. Okay, we have intraday resistance at 142.61 and intraday support at 141.24. We hit 141.30 so far as the overnight low, and 142.55 as far as overnight resistance. So you see the markets are trading within their respective support and resistance bands right now. All right, let's wrap this up taking a look at the NASDAQ. See what's going on with these stock indexes. Okay. Right now, as you can see, we are above the long-term support, so we're bullish that, and we are just barely above the Kumo cloud here. So we're in a bullish position to really hit a rally after hitting this high here. We pulled back, and we have a reading of 26 on the pulse scan swing VIX. So we have a lot more either up or downside to go before we hit any overbought, oversold areas. We have an inside day here, pretty much 3 in a row. Here's the band here. We traded within it yesterday, trading within it now again. Okay, really not doing anything. We're just sideways right now. We're stalling. Okay, even though we're not even in the cloud yet. We have the lows dipped within the clouds, only to close above the cloud. We need to get these lows out of the cloud in order to start trending back up again. Right now, though, it looks like the selling pressure could be picking up, and we could be in danger of dropping below the cloud and heading back down again to test these old support levels here. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, it's going to be a fight to the end, and that's for sure. All right. Looking at our intraday price projections here. We have intraday resistance at 23.62 and intraday support at 23.26. We hit 23.28 and a quarter in the overnight low, so it didn't take out the support, and we hit 23.60 and a half this morning as the high. So just two points below the resistance area. So pretty much the markets are trading within their intraday support and resistance bands and not trending. So we're probably going to just have some inside days across the board here today. So let's see what happens. Remember, take what you can, give nothing back.